right, welcome to the second review of the evening. Up this time is a shmup called Project Starship, um, specifically the PlayStation 4 version of the game.
hmm
Um, yes, Project Starship is an arcade bullet hell shmup with random mechanics. That's the big selling point here. It's got procedural generation, and
Yay, everybody's favorite thing.
yeah. And to tell us more about that, here is Petty.
Alright, a real quick thing. There is a potential seizure risk with this game because there are a lot of flashing colors. So if that's a problem, just don't get this game. And yeah, it's honestly, I'm not sure how or why they ported this to the PS4.
I
Like,
mean, I'm
hmm?
assuming how is pretty easy.
Well, yeah,
Like, uh, I'm pretty sure this is Unity,
probably.
and if
And
not, it's a it's a game engine that can be ported pretty easily.
yeah,
Like,
but yeah, it's kind of your standard vertical shoot 'em up. You know, you have your shoot button and you have a like I guess focus is what some games call it, where you hold it down for finer movements.
mm-hmm.
Instead of having lives, you just have shield, and once you run out of shields, you're dead.
The Sylphied method of shmups.
hmm And once you're down to like your last hit, you kind of go in like this overdrive mode where you shoot a whole lot faster. But the caveat is if you get hit by anything, you die. And there are a lot of the standard power ups like robot turret or whatever. Basically, think option from was it Gradius,
Radius, yes.
and there's missiles. Oh God, sorry. The random event thing turned on and it inverted my controls.
Like,
Yeah, that was a thing that happened. Um, and yeah, if you complete one of those random mad events, you can get a really good power up. Like I've gotten the ninja one a whole lot of times where it shoots out really fast shurikens.
mm-hmm.
I've gotten one that your laser is just one giant beam.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one I believe that has a spread shot, but I don't remember which icon that one is. And yeah, you as you get farther, you can also get like screen clear weapons and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And really, you're just kind of killing bosses and stuff.
Yeah, it's a shmup, all
Yep.
right, and it plays more like a shmup from the I'd say 16-bit era,
Yeah.
or it's not when it says bullet hell, like it is not Toho.
Yeah.
You know,
Not the kind of thing where you have to memorize the bullet patterns.
well, I mean, you can you definitely memorize the bullet patterns, but I'm not saying it's not as fucking nuts as a Toho game.
Yeah.
you know, or Mars Matrix or Gigawing. You know, this is more like Twin Bee
hmm
or
And they give you a pretty forgiving hitbox too. It's basically the size of your cockpit on screen,
mm-hmm.
which that's nice.
Now I have a question. Is
Mhm.
there a difference between the boy or the girl?
As far as I can tell, it's just who pops up in the corner and voice.
Hmm. So just one of those aesthetical things.
hmm
Like,
So it's the intentional art style here that everything looks a little bit burned in and washed out. Right?
Yeah.
yeah. Once again, that's that's like the art style here is more reminiscent of I'd say something that was released on the Sega Saturn or the PlayStation.
Yeah,
But
except some of the art, like the actual character art, is kind of really low res.
uh yeah, some of the art does have an amateurish quality to it.
Which is weird because the art they put on the PlayStation Store for it looks
Uh,
pretty alright, but the in game art is terrible.
I'm like, well, that could have more to do with so this game was ported over by a different company.
Mm,
Uh, like the original PC version was put out by Panda Indie Studio, and this game was ported by East Asia Soft.
mm,
Actually, a fairly notable indie developer and publisher. Um, so, if I had to guess that why that disparity is a thing, it's in that. But I could not, I can't say for certain because do not have that knowledge.
yeah.
Like, and what about the trophies?
It's more, I think, just score
Uh-huh.
and like defeating however many bosses and whatnot. I don't know if there's an end. I haven't gotten that far in it because I'm not super great at these type of shooters.
I don't think any of us here are.
Mm. And I don't think there's any type of story. So if you're looking for some, you know, grand epic, sorry, look somewhere else.
Mm.
And yeah, it's just kind of, I guess, score attack type stuff. I guess one other thing to mention is after you beat like the first boss in any run, they start dropping off at the start a hardcore mode power up, which basically strips all your shield, and if you pick up a shield power up, it doesn't turn it back on.
Huh.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm guessing that's for those 1cc nuts.
Yeah.
And okay, anything else to say about the game?
Um, it's alright, but it feels kind of weird that it's on PS4, really. Like, this is something I would have probably picked up as a Flash game or something,
Uh-huh.
instead of getting a full PSN launch. But that's just my personal opinion.
I see. What about the music?
Honestly, the music is what you'd expect for the genre, really. There's nothing that really, I'd want to listen to outside of the game.
Right. And once again, it's on a budget here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't expect anything. Once again, say Toho quality.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and in terms of pricing, so we've got some price disparity going on here. As in, console version clocks in at $4.99. Um, the PC version clocks in at $2.99 and has the OST for an additional 99 cents. So, yeah, even with the OST DLC, this game is cheaper on the PC.
Yeah.
Not significantly,
Yeah, how much did you say the PS4 price was?
$5.
Yeah, see, there are some other better shoot 'em ups on the PSN store for around that price. So
I
I
mean,
definitely not on the PS4.
yeah. I mean, I'd say $3 is about what I would pay for this game.
Mm-hmm.
I can say this because that's what I paid for this game. Or wait, like, or if I didn't, it was on sale. Like,
Right.
I don't remember, but I do know. I have the PC version, and my estimation is this is a shmup that exists.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, or in terms of gameplay, it's Diet Toho.
Mm-hmm.
Like looking at some of the screenshots, it definitely gets more intense as you go on through
Right.
it. But it just doesn't have the charm of once again the Toho games. Or has anyone else here played a game called Jamestown?
I have.
Yes, or not
Sounds
played it,
familiar.
but I've seen it.
Yeah, I'm like now that is a really good vertical shmup.
Hmm.
You know, far more expensive, but you know you get what you pay for, and I think that's the case here. Like, you know, this game is fine, but it's just not that interesting.
Indeed.
All right, so that'll about do it for Project Starship here. Be sure to tune in after the break as Twilight Winter will deliver in his review of Famida.